Good morning, Tacumians. Tom here, as if you didn't know. I wanted to share something with you today. Paul and I were reading in Isaiah 26th chapter, verse 3, where it says, "You will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast, because they trust in you." And as I read that, I was taken back to Wednesday night study that Tim had on Revelation. And if you've ever sat in Tim's studies, you know that it's not like him to blow through 17 verses. In fact, I don't think we've ever done that, especially in a book that's got a lot to it and it's important. But as I looked Wednesday night at some of the faces, it seemed like people were carrying the weight of the world on their shoulders, and they'd had troublesome under their belt for the day, and they might have been tired. And maybe Tim sensed that too, and maybe that's why he went through it. But there's a verse that I think that we should look at again, and I'm not wanting to take away from Tim's study, but this one hit me. It says in Revelation 1:17, it says, "When I saw him, I fell at his feet as though dead. Then he placed his right hand on me and said, 'Do not be afraid. I am the first and the last.'" Now, John had seen Jesus before. In fact, he talked with him and he walked with him. But now, he sees Jesus in a whole different light. He sees him with the white hair and the fire shooting out of his eyes, and a double-edged sword out of his mouth. And I'm sure that John reacted like any one of us would have, overcome with terror. Do you have that terror today? Do you have that fear today? Well, Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and forever. And Jesus says, "Do not be afraid." In those times, Jesus was saying the same thing as he's saying now. Don't be afraid. Listen, Jesus didn't come to terrify us. Some people think God is standing up there in heaven with a baseball bat, a big club, and waiting to come down and for us to mess up and just thump us. Well, that's not the case. Jesus came to save and to forgive us. And his goal is to comfort and to give hope. We have some hard times going on. Lean into him. He wants to give you that comfort. He wants to give you that hope. He wants to give it to you now, just as he did back then when he laid his right hand on John. He says, "Don't be afraid." So today I want you to learn to lean in to Jesus. So many of us in hard times push away. I want you to press in and learn to lean on him. Until I can meet up with you again, or just drop by and with a sign that says "Miss you." Take care and trust Jesus. Goodbye.